Rolling.
All right, so take two. I have to make her laugh because we talked about how in one video somebody said that they didn't know she really existed. And then in the video we just made Val filmed her fingers. So she's not a robot.
I am not a robot.
Nice. So this is a Sapele instrument that I designed a while ago. And then I was just waiting on, I don't remember why. There were so many different things. Oh, the Fishman pickup is custom designed, and we had some difficulties with that. And so sorry. And the carving, this is Sapele. So this was given to me by a guy who was building, and then he developed this twitching. So he had to stay away from power tools, of course. And he said, just make something beautiful with it. And so the wood is really special, and going to this musician up in New York who's a pretty special guy too. So this is gonna find a happy home. I did an ebony inlay. It's an ebony laminate, so there's ebony everywhere, and I'm running out of my Walt Martin ebony. But the sound holes are ebony, and I cut it into the shape of a khamsa, and then etched into them with a wood burner, so it's kind of pretty. So this is a lot brighter than I thought it would be, but I love the look, I love the sound, and I was working on these guys kind of simultaneously. And this is called the
Dogwood Blossom Special.
Dogwood Blossom Special, and thusly named by Dana up in Kentucky. And this one is going to be auctioned off at the Homer Ledford Festival to help defray the cost of putting on the festival. And this is all poplar, so this is great because this all came out of the same big chunk of poplar that I got. And I used a ruby shellac on it, and then painted kind of like toll painting. Just used the acrylic and wood burned, and then just kept sanding it back to make it look aged. And then the ruby shellac really helps too.
And there are no sounds.
Oh, and there are sounds.
I know, but tell them where they are.
Oh, the sound holes are under the arches. And at first I thought, oof, it's sound holes are really to equalize the pressure in the box, right? Everything is vibrating, so it equalizes. And they're not really for sound, right? So I knew that, but I didn't know, they're sound holes. You take away the sound holes, what happens? Well, not much. So this one's got a great voice too. It's beautiful. Each one in its own right is just as pretty as the next. The carving, both of these, they were both contemptible wood actually. Both of them were kind of hard to carve. I had better luck carving the steel hard bloodwood of the last. Was that the last one? Yeah. So these are my last two builds, and they both found homes. And did I talk about the teardrop shape? No. director says no. So you've probably noticed that the ones that I make almost exclusively now, somebody's really gonna have to twist my arm to make me make a double bout. So these guys are a good size. They're pretty deep. They can be strung up as a bass or baritone, or just a regular old dulcimer with a great voice. We going too long?
I got a closing shot.